and renew the sanctuary. And then another time we will take the concept to figure out what the
Good morning, everybody. Sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel sikhuluma ngama reality TV shows, ama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers. If it's your first time joining me over here on YouTube and you really like the content on this channel, do not forget to press the subscribe button. If you are joining me from Facebook or Twitter, do not forget to follow me over there, you guys. Let me just set up for TikTok because I always forget, but I have a few people there that are following me over there on Twitter, you guys. This video is for people that actually requested this video, because after we spoke about the Mandela family, of course, I wasn't the only one that is confused about who is who, okay? Who gave birth to who? People are cousins, but we don't understand why they are cousins. And there were viewers that said, listen, Dando, we would like to know a little bit more about the Mandela family. And I was like, that would be nice to actually do, because I myself was confused about what's happening with this family. And maybe if we understand, we could see, if we understand the family tree, we can understand because why are people fighting, because we also have families, and we also understand our fights and my families. And maybe if we understand ukuthi lona u-auntie lona uzalwa ilona, we can understand why they are fighting with each other. Okay, so if this is not something that you're interested in, we don't have to tell you guys, because listen, this morning I woke up to two comments in two different videos of two different people preaching in my comment section about how much gossiping is a sin. And I'm like, how do you click on a gossip video and watch it and then decide, we're all going to hell because we're gossiping? Guys, please, 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 okay, take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health too, okay? Don't watch things that you really don't like. There's many channels here on YouTube. There's even Christian content channels, okay? If you are longing for some preaching, go over there, and listen to preaching. If you want to preach yourself, open your channel and preach, or just go to church, you guys. It is a Sunday. There's a church in every corner. Where I stay, every corner has a church. So if you are longing for some gospel, go over there. Here we are gossiping, we are talking about the other people's zindabas, okay? So do yourself a favor, don't click on videos that are about things that you don't believe in, okay? We're not going to be listening to anybody preaching here, we're just gossiping. Anyway, so let's talk about what's happening here, you guys. Anyway, Kemiso, Sifatsana, thank you so much. Jonah, Wentando. This family, this family. Musi, thank you so much, Sila. Yes, Sila. You guys, we're going to talk about what's happening with this family. Happy Sunday, by the way, guys. I hope you guys have gone to church, okay, or at least have prayed in your house. I wonder what the families are having for lunch, you guys. So, okay. So this is it, you guys. I'm sure that people are mostly interested in how Zolega is related to the aunt that was the one that was like an evil aunt that actually got the court order. But also, I think they're interested in knowing how she's also related to Mandla. We know they are cousins, but how are they cousins as well, you guys? And what is the thing that maybe causes a conflict in this family, you guys? So I tried to get some information in this family, guys. I have to state this, that this all comes from the internet. This comes from Google. Sometimes Google gets things right, but we have to say that sometimes Google does get things wrong, you guys. So this is all from Google. It's not from a member of the Mandela family that has confirmed it. So I'm basically sharing something that you yourself can actually go online and get, you guys. So We're going to start with Nelson Mandela, Mr. Nelson Mandela, our former president, the late Nelson Mandela. So I think most of us know that he had been married 3 times. You guys, sometimes they speak about Nelson Mandela's wives as if he had polygamy, because they would say that he had 3 wives, but it actually he didn't have 3 wives. He had been married 3 times. So he married the first wife, he got divorced, married the second, got divorced, and then married the third. You guys, some of us, if you are my age group, you probably remember his marriage to Winnie Mandela, even though you don't remember them getting married because we didn't even know who Mandela was at the time, okay? But you probably remember him coming out of prison and that painful time that came when they actually were getting a divorce. I remember how hurt I was. As young as I was, you guys, I remember how hurt I was for Winnie Mandela. And I was like, this guy, okay, listen, I loved Nelson Mandela, but I was like, this guy just spent this number of years in prison, and with this woman supporting him, and then you come out of prison and you divorce her. Yeah, at that time, you guys, Nelson Mandela was like tall as Mo. I was like, how dare you? How dare you? You even think about divorcing this woman after everything that she had done for you, supporting everything that she went through while he was in prison, you guys, because of course, even her, she was in and out of prison at the time, because she was fighting in the struggle too. I remember, you guys, I was heartbroken. I was like, they were supposed to stay together forever. Okay, so yeah, but to go Nelson Mandela ube nabo ubuthol as more. Ube told us more because he was like, I'm back in prison. Listen, I just think ngizibonele manje ugrasa ngalana, so I want to, start afresh and all things ngiziyeke. Okay, I'm sure there were deeper reasons, you guys, that was done. You guys, other people said that he might have been advised that for his image to look a certain way, because Winnie Mandela Pela was not taking any ish. She was that kind of a woman, so they got a divorce, you guys. But these are the 3 wives, you guys. They were not married to him at the same time, as you can see here. Okay, no, okay, Evelyn Massa was the first wife, like they say, wife number 1, and then Winnie Madikizela was wife number 2, and then Grasa Michelle was number 3. Okay, so they were all not married to him at the same time. Okay, so then if you wanted to see Uguti where the others fall now, okay, let me see which one shows the whole tree now. Okay. Oh, it's this one. Okay. So now if you wanted to see, why is this thing now? Okay, now it's coming. The Nelson Mandela one. Now, if you wanted to see now, we're going to get what happened after that. Okay, I don't know if I can make it even. Okay, guys, I'm going to make it a full screen, but please let me know if you can still hear me, because sometimes if you remove yourself on the screen, you might not be hearing me. Just confirm for me. So I'm not sure if you guys can actually see what's happening here. Okay, but I'll explain to you, because especially with the people that we are mostly interested in you guys. So for network purposes, I'll keep coming back on screen, because sometimes I don't see that it has actually taken me off, because when I'm reading the article, I'm on the other window. Okay, so now these were the 3 wives, you guys. So if you want to find out where Mandla Mandela is, you guys, in this tree, so she basically, Mandla Mandela and Uzolega Mandela are both the grandchildren of Nelson Mandela, but they don't have the same grandmother. Okay, if you're talking about biological grandmother, okay, because Mandla Mandela is the grandson falling in the line of the first wife, Evelyn Mase. However, Uzolega line, because she never had kids with Nelson Mandela. Okay, so I was trying to figure out, you guys, why, when there are so many grandchildren over here, did they choose uMandla to be the one or Landela uNelson Mandela? I guess, of course, okay. And if you look here with the first wife, Evelyn Marse, she had uh, two sons and two daughters. So she had four children. Okay, so the first son had only girls. Okay, so he had two daughters. Okay, and by the time Nelson Mandela passed, you guys, he had already passed himself. So he was no longer living, so he wouldn't have taken over. So if you see here, he was born in 1945, which was the same age as my mom, and then died in 1969, you guys. So this is the son, okay? Obviously, it wouldn't have been anybody from the other two daughters, okay? It wouldn't have been any of them. There's Maki, and then there's Pumla Maki Mandela, okay? Then the other son, who's Mahato Mandela, that's the one that had sons, okay? So this son, the first son had two daughters, and then the second son had four sons. Okay, so obviously, if there was anybody that was to follow in the kingship or whatever it is that he needed to follow in, it was going to be somebody from the second son. And Umandla is the firstborn of the second son of Nelson Mandela, so he was the next one, you guys. Had he maybe passed before Nelson Mandela, then it probably would have been Undaba Mandela. And it looks like Ndaba Mandela is still alive, you guys, because he was born in 1983. And in this article here, if you look down here, this article was updated on the 29th of September. I thought they're very fast, you guys, which was just last week. So they've updated. In fact, this article has been updated with Zolega's passing. So she's already reported here in this article as the person that has passed already. So obviously, all of these people here, since there's no indication of the end of their lives, it means that they are all still alive. So had maybe Umandla not been alive by the time Nelson Mandela passed, but it would have been some of these people. You can see in the Mandela family, you guys, there's many people that are still alive, but they're not as popular as the others. I think that other people maybe are choosing to not really be that visible. But if you think about it, you guys, if there are these people that are still alive, all of these people, you guys, are old enough to have kids and are old enough to have grandkids. So it's a big family, the Mandela family. So now if you look at it, you guys, if you think about it, guys, even in a case where there is polygamy, a lot of the times children from this mother don't really 100% get along from children from this other mother and that other mother. Now imagine this is the mother that was divorced and had children over here, and Mandla is part of those children over there. And now it's with Winnie Mandela's children. There's going to be conflicts. I don't think that we can expect that all of them get along, okay? Because now, if you look at Winnie Mandela, she had two daughters. You guys, here is the aunt here. Um, they stayed her here as daughter number 3 because Nelson Mandela had one daughter from Evelyn and the second daughter from Evelyn, and then the third. So she's the third born when you're only considering the girls, but she is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth born when you're considering all of the children of Nelson Mandela. Okay. So if you think about it, you guys, with the nanny, okay, because this one has passed away. Okay, this one passed away, this one passed away, this one passed away. Here, it looks like they are not sure Pumla Maki ukuthi ukuphi. So basically, from the children, Zika Nelson Mandela, you guys, Uzenani looks like she might be the only one that is alive, or maybe her and Pumla, okay? And family, guys, you always have that one person okuyena okhuluma kakhulu, okhuluma kakhulu ofuna ukushaya umthetho. Maybe that's the reason she feels she's the one, because it looks like it might just be her and Pumla that are alive. Other siblings have actually passed away because even Uzinzi Mandela is no longer alive. We all know that she's no longer alive. Okay, this is according to, if I look at these dates that are written here, you guys. Like I say, I got this from Google, and I might be interpreting it wrong, but if I'm understanding it correctly, that's what it says. So I guess that's why Zenani is feeling like she is the one that is supposed to make sure that things go according to how they're supposed to go. Okay, I don't know, you guys. I'm struggling not to look at Uzenani Mandela as an evil aunt. Okay, I just feel like, listen, okay, for you on the day of the funeral to ask for your, basically your daughter to be moved from a place where she wanted to be buried at, and say that you want them to be buried somewhere else, guys. Like I'm struggling to not see her as an evil aunt. Okay, so then you guys, here are the kids now of the siblings from the Winnie Mandela lineage. Okay, so you have Zanani Dlamini Mandela. I'm assuming that she's married to the Dlamini family, and then you have Zinzi Mandela. Okay, and then Zanani has 1, 2, 3, 4 kids. It looks like it's 2 boys and 2 girls. Zaziwe, Zamaswazi, Zintle, and Zazuko. I don't know. They love the Z's, you guys. I would be confused. Who's Z? There's Z. Everybody is a Z, okay? And then with the Zinzi Mandela, okay, you have Zoleka, Zodwa, Bambata, and Zolabo, okay? Uzinzi had only Zoleka, who is a girl, and then the three, they look like even Zodwa is a son. Yeah, they say it's a grandson. So they both have 4 kids, and then this is where Zoleka is, you guys. I don't know if you can see where I'm pointing at. I don't know. Can you see where I'm pointing? Can you see where I'm pointing at? But this is where Zolega is basically. So now, you guys, it looks like all of the kids here, Zenani's kids here, and Zinzi Mandela's kids here are alive. All of these kids are alive here, and I guess Zolega was fighting here with this one. Okay, the aunt, because obviously her mom Uzinzi is not alive. This is what I was thinking about, you guys, because Zenani is like the firstborn of Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela. Here, she is born, according to this, in 1959. Babe busy, Nelson Mandela, no Winnie Mandela. They were very, very busy because they had a baby in 1959 and then they had another baby in 1960. Okay. So Balamane Uzenani, Nozinzi, almost like twins. Okay. But if you think about it, you guys, honestly, when that during that time when Mandela was coming out of prison, the person that we heard more about was Zinzi. Okay, I didn't even know much about Zenani, you guys. Mina, for me, uqhamuka manje njengama funeral. Remember, even I think that speech. There's a speech that the daughter did when was Nelson Mandela still in prison? But there is that popular speech that Uzinzi did. And I do wonder, you guys, why was it Zinzi, not Zenani? I mean, I think even when you read about Nelson Mandela, you guys, I don't know. It's just for me, okay? I feel like Zinzi is mentioned more. So there might have been that sibling rivalry thing when Zinzi was still alive that now is causing even for Zenani now to ill-treat ingane zikaZinzi now that she is the one that is left with the kids. Okay, so now here is just a great grandchildren, you guys, and they mention all of them, even Zolega's kids here, and they do mention in the article because if you are somebody that likes reading, you guys, you can go and find this article is in the publication called the South Africa Gateway. And so they give details over here, you guys. And so uMandela married and married uWinnie Mandela ngo-1958 ngoJune. Same year. Udivorce ngoMarch, washada ngoJune. Imagine. Nginitshelile ngathi mina ngitshela ngathi uMandela ubenobumo uthol esmo, okay? And then and then Winnie Mandela no Nelson Mandela, they got divorced in 1996. I get thina bese sikhona ke lapho ke thina. We remember very well ukuthi hey, we were not impressed by this, okay, in 1996. And then wathi ukulinda kancane yabona. And phela mawusumdala, it's not as easy to find girlfriends out here, you know. Then in 1998, that's when he married Grasa, you guys. Okay, I loved Grasa, but I've always just had a thing about, you know, the fact that I so wanted Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela to be married forever and ever and ever. Okay. So, listen, this article is mostly about the family, who is who in the family, where people are falling in the line, in the family, in the sibling line, in the lineage, and all of that, you guys. And it hardly ever touches on any of the conflicts of the family. So it's not going to make you understand maybe why certain people don't get along in the family, because it's not that type of an article. It's just giving facts in terms of who is who in the family. So if you are interested in that, you can actually go and read this article. Okay. So this is, I guess we get to understand why it's Mandla here, who seem like is the most important over there, and then it's Zolega here. Okay. I don't know, you guys, if any of these people were once growing up in the same house or whatever. If any of that AS that Zolega claims happened to her, where it happened, you guys, I guess we will have to read more to find out if, you know, it makes sense and all, because it looks like Mandla is over there. It doesn't even look like these will be people that will be in the same home, growing up in the same home. But I don't know how their homesteads are set up for them to be at a place maybe where they would even do that to each other. And we also don't know at what ages it happened. Did it happen when they were adults already, or did it happen when they were kids? And I have to mention, you guys, that Mandla did come out and say, listen, he denies ever doing that to Uzolek. Now, you guys, here's another thing, you guys, that I think for me is very interesting, especially when it comes to this aunt here, Zenani. Okay. Now, if you look at Uzenani, okay, her kids her kids' surnames are Dlamini, okay, which would make sense if she's married to the Dlamini family. Then her kid's surname would be Dlamini, okay. It's interesting to me that all of Zinzi's kids are using the Mandela surname, okay. I don't know why that is, because obviously maybe Zinzi was married and had these kids, but they all of them actually, they're using the Mandela surname, whereas Zenani, even her herself, is Lamini Mandela. She's not Mandela. But when it comes to Zinzi's kids, they are all a Mandela. Okay. Now, you guys, if you think about it, that means that Zenani is married to the Dlamini family. Okay. And over here, you have other people in the family that are still alive from the first wife. You have even sons that are still alive from the first wife. Okay. Why is she the one that is making decisions about who is buried where when it comes to the Mandela family, when she herself is no longer really technically a Mandela? Because she's not. You know, she's not a Mandela. There are people there over there. They are the sons. She has brothers over there that could make that decision to say no. If Zolega wants to be buried here, she should be buried here. Does it mean that they agreed with her? That's the reason they didn't fight for her to be buried where she wanted to be buried. I don't know, you guys, but I'm not understanding why she's still able to make that decision. Also, you guys, it doesn't make sense for if the justification for her to say Zolega mustn't be buried at the Mandela grave sites, you guys, it doesn't make sense because she herself is not a Mandela. You know, I don't know that if her justification is that Zolega was once married, then we must expect that even her, when she dies, she must not be buried there because she's also married, you guys. And also that means, why didn't she fight for Zinzit not to be buried there then? You know, because then it means that the only person that should have been buried there is Winnie Mandela. Then Zinzi Mandela should have been buried where her husband or ex-husband is. Why is it only Zoleka? So it gives that thing, Yoguti, it's probably something personal. It has nothing to do with the fact that Zoleka was married once or anything like that, you guys. I also don't understand why there are so many people in the family, why none of them fought for the right thing to be done when it comes to Zolega. I do wonder where Zodwa, Bambata, Zwelabo, Zazuko, Zintle, Zamaswas, all of these people were, and if they agree with this one particular decision, you guys. But we'll wait and see. I mean, she was born in 1959, Uzenani. At some point, we'll have to see if the other family members will allow her to be buried next to her mother and her sister if she did not want basically her daughter, you guys, because this is her daughter. It's like if your child passed away and you had a conflict with her, would you carry on with that conflict even after the passing, or would you be like, listen, now the person has passed, peace now, let's just do things the right way? I don't know, you guys, but she decided to do that. So that's all the information that I could get for the people that wanted the information. Okay, so let me read a few comments, you guys, and then we can go. I'm starting from top of the live, so slightly behind. And when you gossip about me, but you don't promote my channel, how much? Guys, please. Please go over there. Please, guys, go over there. But yes, the reason is we are already subscribed on your channel. We are already there. I mean, how can we not subscribe on your channel? But you know that the old podcast, I'm still, I still have beef with the old podcast. You know what happened with that, guys? Please go. Please go on Moya and subscribe. You will see who's over there. The person who's over there. Anyway, you guys, on David's table update. I think this is a channel too, you guys. So please check it out. Winnie Mandela's daughter were more famous, but Tata had a lot of kids. Yo, Mandela was a hero to us, but his family suffered. Yes, you guys, it did. And I don't know if he was ever able to really be there for all of them, especially with him having spent so much time in Robben Island and then coming back and having so much responsibility. And then at the same time, why Safunu Jola and get new wives? Well, to have a great time, Mandela, when as Begili. So I do wonder, you guys, like, if he really was able to be there for his kids when he came out of prison, okay? Because everybody was looking at him as a hero. Did they also just see him as that hero instead of like their father? Because sometimes you just need your father. Okay, Mandisa Maklele, Molweni, thank you so much for joining me. Maybe Zenani and Zoleka also thought about Zoleka's inheritance exactly, because Angiti, now the father, Nelson Mandela is gone. Winnie Mandela is gone. Zinze is gone. So basically now the aunt is the only one that is left with the kids now to decide what happens to what. So it's possible, because guys, definitely you're not gonna name your child after an aunt that you don't like. So at some point, Zolega did like her aunt. They get along very well to a point where she wanted to name her child, because she has a child that passed away that is a nanny. Okay, so at some point they did get along, but something happened. It's either it's inheritance or something else, you guys. Something must have happened with them. I don't know about the relationship between Zolega and Mandla, if they were ever really close, because even with that, you guys, maybe it did happen later on. But here we know that there's an additional things to them, because there's those accusations. Yes, Zinzi, nguyena obephambili ngomzabalazo, but bendiyazi uba ukhona uZenani. I knew that there were two sisters too, but I just feel like it was always Zinzi Mandela, Zinzi Mandela, Zinzi Mandela all the time. Maybe she wasn't interested in the struggle, but now sesiyambona nangetoya ecourt eyofunda ama-court papers. So maybe So maybe Vele, so maybe she wanted to be part of it, you guys. She's good at it. I mean, who is able to get, because Zolega passed away on Tuesday, you guys. Maybe they were trying to rush the funeral because they knew she was going to be up to something, She passed away on Monday, but I think we found out on Tuesday that she had passed, and then on Friday she's buried, and she already had the court papers. Okay, so maybe they should have included her. Maybe democracy is we enjoying it more with her being part of it. Yeah, but mhlawumbe ngaba sinayo load shedding if Zenani was the president. ANC, please do something. And I'm happy Sunday, everyone. My Tando, hello, Anna. Hello, my Anna. Thank you so much. We come very proud from with Anna. Hey. She's shareholder of the channel. Blue Clinic with Dr. Tabile. Hello. This is a channel too, you guys. Please check it out. If you have a channel, you guys, you're allowed to go into my comment section and say that you have a channel. Call the people to come. The OGs will do the things, you'll see. We do the things over here. Spook Amatambo says when people are on dying bed, they forgive to pass peacefully, but Zolega had grudges for days. I do wonder, you guys, if it was grudges or she just wanted to make the point. It was like, finally, I can just be honest, But yeah, you guys, it does feel a little bit like, is she going to rest in peace? Especially because the things that she said mustn't happened. Some of the people that were not supposed to be at the funeral happened. She wanted to be buried somewhere else. She's not buried there. So I do wonder about the rest in peace part of it, And we don't even know if the rest in peace depends on whether people do what you want. We don't know what happens on the other side, you guys. So I don't know. Engathi family yakwaMandela ilungise izinto among them ngoba yenzekileyo hayi ngoba lento yenzekileyo iyothusa. Can they heal from whatever trauma that led to this split among them? I wish it for them, you guys. I wish it for them. I wish healing for them. Dando, thanks for the great commentary and updates. Rest in peace, Zolega. Definitely, you guys. Rest in peace to Zolega. Okay. On David's table updates, you guys check if there is a channel, and please subscribe over there. You guys, thank you so much for joining me over here. So hopefully you got the information that you needed. At least we understand who gave birth to who is alive, who is not alive. All because it's turned in Dabansh. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I will meet you in our next stream. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like the stream. Please, guys, like. And also, you guys, if you can give me feedback in the comment section on how you are feeling about when the adverts are coming on, because there's new options over there when you do lives. I want to know which option works for you in terms of adverts. Did you feel like they disturbed you too much or anything? Were they too many? Were they too few? And they're trying to support us when we do the lives. So please give me feedback if you can in the comment section. How many adverts came on? Did you feel like, I'm an advertising? So I can adjust them for you. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys. Let me just read this one comment. And her kids. I'm hoping that there is somebody in the family. But when I look at the fact that she has siblings that are still living, I feel like that's probably that's likely the people that are going to take the kids, you guys. Like your siblings, direct siblings. It's not gonna be people from the other it's not gonna be people from Zenani's kids, because maybe Zenani's kids feel the same as Zenani. So I like that she has siblings that are still living. So they will probably take her kids. I would likely take my sister's kids, then let them go to some other aunt that might ill-treat them. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video before Pumegana, share it with your friends. By the way, thank you so much to people on Facebook. I can see that we had people there. Thank you so much. Dinitanda Kakul.